Bruh, did you pour my milk? Don't do that. What's that?
I'm kind of a big deal.
You don't got the credentials.
Well, that's disrespectful.
What up? What's up?
What's good?
Woo! I love this podcast, man. I don't know. Something comes over me anytime we get started. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like, I hear that intro, it comes on, and then the lights come on, and we here, and then we saying, what's up? Oh, man. Let me go. Let me just stop. Oh, because you know I'm a little too much sometimes. So, I'm in here. They call me Mr. Knockout Fantasy Football, and I got my dude to the side.
It's your boy O. You already know. Follow me down there.
Woo!
Cat, I feel very comfortable today, bro.
Do you?
I feel like we back to like, you know what I mean? Because in the last couple of weeks, you've been like kind of cool for school. You know what I'm saying?
Haven't I?
You know what I mean? Back to stripes. Feeling kind of nostalgic today.
Yeah, this ain't gonna last that long. I just let you know.
It's all good though, Cat.
Today was
good.
a laundry day,
You know
so
what I mean?
I came over. I did what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna be back in it, yo. So today we're gonna talk about some good stuff as we get ready for your leagues. As you're doing research, we want to hit you up with as much content as possible. Let you guys know what we thinking. You guys do your research in regards to it. We're going to hit you with the numbers and give you the insight. We're doing 5 pass catches.
5.
You have to drive.
Must
you
have
gotta
5
try to
catches.
have them on your team. All
So
right?
we got to split this list.
All right?
Because
Yeah. No,
Okay.
for sure. No, I got you.
So you're going to give us the first
Yeah.
pass catchers.
Yeah.
And now, because we're concentrating on PPR, right? So that's why we're going after the pass catchers.
100%. I think, that's actually a good thing to put in here.
100%.
You know, PPR, there's different types of leagues. There's half PPR, there's PPR with 1 full point, and there's standard.
Right.
Especially for those beginners. I'm not sure as a beginner if you're just looking at this, if you love the podcast, whatever. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
But what I'm saying is that we base a lot of our projections off of PPR leagues.
PPR, yes.
It's the more standard leagues
It's
now,
like standard
right?
now.
Most
I think
people are
doing it.
So we
Even
don't get
playing
into the
field,
stuff.
yeah. So
Okay, that's good.
So that's the importance of why we're like emphasizing why we need these
Pass
5 pass catchers.
And we'll talk about it. So first one we're gonna get into. It's a nice rookie name, or it's the second year. He's actually a sophomore. Is my man Devontae Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles. Now I see a big smile on your face, but let me tell you a little bit about my man Devontae. All right. So he's one of my gems, right?
Okay.
When we get into a certain round and just watching him in my eye test, not just by his numbers and him being in the 75th percentile against man, zone, and press coverages, he's a great route runner. He came into the league being known as being a great route runner.
Right.
He gave you decent rookie numbers his rookie year, playing with Jalen Hurts in his new system. I really think
That this year, okay,
which is the second year of most wide receivers, you tend to see them flourish,
Okay.
right? You tend to see them grow within the system that they know, right? A la a Michael Pittman in his years when he was with the Colts, right? You tend to see like his next step forward. Having A.J. Brown on his team and him not being the primary number 1 is going to open him up against the second best cornerback on any particular opposing defense, right?
so he's gonna take advantage of his matchups.
So exactly,
Okay.
he's already pressed to get over. I just told you 75th percentile, man coverage zones and press coverages. His route running is elite. He does his thing. I watched him. He gave you decent numbers throughout the 2021 season, and I just see him taking another step forward. I see Jalen Hurts taking another step forward, and I think the addition of A.J. Brown and the emergence of Miles Sanders back to form.
Here we go with the Sanders.
I'm
Look, we've been arguing about this
for a couple of weeks now.
now.
Yeah, I
whatever
got
the case
you.
is. And we don't agree totally on the Miles Sanders thing.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, we'll see. Right, I think he has a lot of potential.
He does.
But I do agree with this guy.
If I told you Jalen Hurts ended up being a top 5 QB last year, would you believe me?
I mean, if you showed me it in black and white, I mean,
He
but
ended
off
up-
the eye test, I'm
he-
not getting
he ended
five.
up being
He's not giving
his
top
QB
5
numbers. I mean, just from just total rushes, touchdowns, and passes, he was a top 5 QB last year. So I'm just letting you know. And I do see Devontae Smith taking that next plunge. But we got another guy. I want to stay in the NFC least.
Free my Giants, bro. Free my Giants,
And
man.
I know this is a pass catcher that I actually like that you put on the list, so I want you to talk about him.
I like this guy, Kadarius Toney, right? He had a very strange rookie year, but he was very effective in stretches. Once he's able to become the focal point of the offense, he's very dynamic.
Yeah.
Dynamic in the slot, dynamic going for deep. He just has tremendous skill sets.
Yeah.
That's why I think that he's going to be a very good pass catcher this year. New offense. They're going to revamp the way they're going to use Danny Dimes a little bit this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he could be dynamic. How do you feel about him?
No.
And the most important thing is the backfield. Last year, I don't think we utilized him too much out of the backfield, catching out of the backfield. But in college, he was really, really good in the backfield. So what do you think about that, man?
No, I mean, I agree with you. I think he belongs to this list. He's a pass catcher that you have to have. I think adding Brian Dable to the list is actually going to make him better. I think Brian Dable's a very inventive and creative coach in general, and him added to that particular offense and knowing like everyone's skill set. I think he's going to put everybody in the best positions. I remember the game. I think he had like 10 catches, 189 yards
against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So that means he's prime time.
He has.
He gets up for the he gets up for the gets up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's even better if you can play against a division rival and put up almost 200.
Yeah.
As a rookie.
No, I think this is a pass catcher you need to try to get on your team. I think this is a guy who's going to go in the later rounds. Again, 9th, 10th, 11th, double-digit rounds maybe. For those who don't know how good he is, I think he can start leading the Giants in team targets, just like you said, out of the backfield, out of the slot. He can play in various positions. He's not just a gadget guy.
He's good from outside as well, you know.
He is a dog.
He's a linebacker in my eyes, but I guess he can run the ball. Dog.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
He's a dog. and his targets was like flirting with wide receiver 1 numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So this year, I think with the revamped offense, a year under his belt.
He's a dog.
Dog.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. All right, another pass catcher you guys got to go get. And we kind of worded it pass catchers on purpose. We didn't want it to be wide receivers. We said pass catchers because this next person, he's near and dear to my heart. And listen, I know you watching this, Dwayne, and you better not take him from me like you do every damn year that we play against each other. This is my man.
Yo, D, free my guy. Free my guy, Cat. The cat's out of the bag.
Dalton Schultz from the Cowboys, from the Dallas Cowboys. I love him this year. Like, I really think he's like a guy that I'm targeting to like get. I have to the landscape of our league, and when they watch it and they know that, like, but I'm gonna be honest with you. He's a pass catcher that I think you should want to get on your team.
I agree.
There are primetime tight ends that are going. Your Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce's, your Kyle Pitts, George Kittles, Darren Wallers. I think after those folks, you watch your league. After you see them fall off, you should be trying to get this guy in your league.
Exactly.
You got to know your league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some leagues don't draft tight ends early. Some leagues try to gobble up the best. But if you can hold on to drafting like Dalton Schultz, maybe like in the 6th or 7th round, I think he's going to get you those tight end 1 numbers. I think he's going to be up there.
I agree, especially since their QB is back. He's healthy. The injury to Gallup. Gallup, is probably not going to come back 100%.
Yeah, he's not coming back anytime soon.
Definitely Schultz is going to have more targets in that offense.
For sure.
This is a contract year for Zeke. I don't really think they're going to utilize him that much. So I think they're going to throw the ball a lot. They're going to throw the ball a lot, and I think he's going to get a lot of targets this year. Cooper's not there too.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's a lot of opportunity for him. So yeah, this is somebody you need to go get.
I think he's a fantastic.
And he was
value.
dynamic last year.
Yeah. He's a fantastic value in middle rounds of any particular draft. I definitely wholeheartedly think once those top 5 go, you should definitely look at Dalton Schultz taking and take a look at his numbers.
Bro, I think Dalton Schultz might be a top 5 this year, bro.
Yeah, I think he's gonna flirt with top 3. To be honest with you.
So yeah, I wanted to say 3, but I know this is gonna be on wax, and I don't want nobody to quote me.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
quote
top
me.
5 definitely flirting with top 3.
Remember, you heard it on the Don't Pour My Milk podcast. Don't pour my milk. Dalton
And you
Schultz,
know I'm
baby.
not being biased, bro. Being that I'm a Giants guy, but this guy, if he's there, he's coming home.
And listen, I know we stuck to the NFC least to talk about the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Giants. We're
I have
actually
no
gonna
comment on this next guy,
go.
but I trust you, Kat.
No, this,
So this is all you.
no, I want you to talk about your guy. I don't
Okay.
want us to go first. We're gonna talk about your guy. You were giving me like a whole bunch of. We're gonna talk about my man. What they call him, Captain what?
Captain Kirk.
There you go.
I've got command. I've got command. Correct, Captain.
Captain Kirk is gonna have a good year, man.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, this guy, who was his quarterback? What's this guy's name?
Cardinals, Kyler Murray,
Not
or his,
Carl. I'm talking
his current quarterback,
his current quarterback,
Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence.
Gotcha. Uh-huh.
Trevor Lawrence, low key, is gonna be a stud this year.
You think so?
I think so, bro. Trevor Lawrence is gonna be a. You see how Herbert came out of nowhere and everybody's like, "What the?" That's gonna be Trevor Lawrence this year.
Okay.
And Kirk is. They paid this guy 84. What is 84 million?
4 years,
Over
$84
4
million.
years.
Yep.
That's wide receiver 1 numbers.
Yeah. No, he definitely got on the team to be the wide receiver number 1.
He was the
I
third
agree.
option, and he got paid like a 1
Yeah.
because they saw his production. You understand?
No, for sure.
Personally, he gave what, over almost 1,000 yards last year, playing behind who? AJ Green,
Yep.
Hopkins.
Yep.
With an injured Kyler Murray, he still gave you almost 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
What do you think he's gonna do when he's the main focal point in Jacksonville?
No, I don't disagree. I think this is a pass catcher. Again, it's like people are forgetting that they signed him to this like monster deal to be that surefire wide receiver who can get open, who can do a plethora of things, run any route on the route tree, and help Trevor Lawrence out. So I'm with you. When
You can line this
when
guy anywhere. You
You
can
can.
line him up anywhere. You know. So I personally think he's gonna be Captain Kirk. That's what we're gonna call him this year, man.
Captain Kirk. Yo,
Captain
listen,
Kirk.
and I like the schedule. Like,
What round would you? Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
What round do you think you would get him? in?
I mean, ADP right now, as we're going through the season, he's like in the double-digit rounds. People are forgetting about him, right? He's not going to like the 9th, 10th, 11th round sometimes because you just don't. You hear Christian Kirk, it's not a sexy name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a name that calls to you in the middle of the night for you to come pick up. Like if you call me, I'm just gonna say, who are you? I'm not coming over to your
Don't
house
reach.
at 3 a.m.
Don't
Get outta
reach because
here.
if you reach, they will
Christian
teach.
Kirk.
But if he's available in the later rounds, grab him.
Yeah, for sure. I say go get him. He's someone you want on your team. He's surefire. He's gonna get those numbers. And I agree. Urban Meyer held Trevor Lawrence back last year. He didn't do much to really help him.
Trevor
in
Lawrence
his state,
he's
and
a
I think
dog.
he's gonna come out.
He's gonna be a dog.
Christian Kirk is a dog. All right. My last guy, I love bringing controversial pieces because I do my research and I love to see like who comes out. And when I kind of stat them out, this person kind of jumped to me. You know, it was tough, but I'm going to bring it to it. And I really think you should have him as your pass catcher. I'm saying this and I'm using this as a preface. Use your last couple of picks on this next person because the last couple of picks you can pick up, see how they do last few weeks, and then you can just drop him if he doesn't come to fruition. But I'm giving you a heads up. And this guy, some people are going to look at me like crazy, but I'm trying my best to like give you the real world of what I would do in a draft. And his name is Curtis Samuel. Mr. Curtis Samuel from the Washington Commanders. Now, I brought this
The
old
Washington what?
Commanders.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
I
They're
ain't
not a
gonna-
football team anymore. They're Commanders.
They Commanders. If you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. I started that real quick.
Yo, I'm not trying to be funny, but that don't sound like you. You ever watch those movies that didn't get the rights to air NFL content, and they just come up with a generic name, and they got the big shoulder pads that don't look like
man.
NFL. Yeah, the team is Commanders.
Yeah, it's not a name.
It sounds like a
that's-
fake football team.
that's driving people crazy, but it's all good.
Commanders.
I'm just gonna say, like, As a full-time starter in 2019, Samuel had nearly 800 total yards, right? His output should have been much higher, but he finished with a 51% catch rate, which means they were throwing the ball all kinds of crazy, using him in gadget plays, trying to get him. He had a little bit of a drop problem in the beginning, but receptions and targets, he was up there. They brought him over to the Commanders, and he was injured. He is finally healthy. And they're counting on him to be a difference maker. Now you got Terry McLaurin, who everyone knows is a dog, on the other end, going in earlier rounds. You have his rookie on the opposite end, but you still have Curtis Samuel over there, who is finally healthy. When they go through training camps, he's being brought up and touted as the next guy up, right? You have Antonio Gibson, who's fighting injuries, and you have a rookie running back in Brian Robinson, and you have J.D. McKissick in the backfield, right? And then you have Curtis Samuel, who's going to play like this role. So for me, at least, he's in a poor man's on what you expect to Kadarius Toney to do in targets. I don't expect Curtis Samuel to get that many targets, but I do expect him to be fully involved and to finally be used for the purposes that he was there. So I'm touting and projecting that he's going to hit that number again, close to total yards. He can be a flex, a backup flex on your squad. He can be trade bait, but I do think that he's a pass catcher that you need to have on your team, have your eye on. Remember, Mr. Knockout Fantasy Football gave you that little sneak peek into the future, right?
To me, I agree. He's somebody you should have on your team.
Yeah.
Because there's not too many. That team doesn't have too many places to throw the ball.
Exactly.
Right? So off of the strength of that, I would say he's somebody to get. They're going to be playing from behind a lot.
Yep.
So more balls in the air, right?
No, I like it, guy. More balls in the air. Let's continue.
I'm trying to be better, Cat. I'm trying to be better. So more balls in the air. So, yeah, I mean, if he's healthy, he's somebody to have, especially if you could get him late.
Yep. I'm not telling, like
to me, that's a trade piece to a bigger fish, but, he's not a bad flex position player.
He's not. And I do want you to always remember what I said to begin. Get him in your last couple of picks. Put him on your squad. He's a good name. He's a hell of a player. And I think he's going to be a gem to have on your squad. All right? So listen, we gave him 5 pass catchers that they got to have on their team.
I got an honorary mention.
Who's your honorary mention?
ETN. ETN.
You like him, don't you?
I love him. Watch.
Yeah. I think so as well. I think he's going to do exactly what you're saying he's going to do. He's a pass catcher. I do want to preface that he's rising in ADP. So just be a little wary about where you take him, right?
I got him in a keeper in the 11th round. He's my 11th round pick this year. Life is sweet. Get
That's
better,
great.
Robinson. You know what I mean? We pray for you and your family. You know what I mean? And then we out here.
Yeah, I think Robinson's coming along, though, so you better be careful. All I'm saying is that look at the reports. I think ETN
Ghanaian?
I don't know, man.
He said Travis. Travis sounds like a Ghanaian
I
name.
don't know. If he is,
ETN.
he has a bright future in front of him if he is, okay?
Oh, sure.
That's what we like to see.
Yes, sir.
Power to the people.
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. So we gave them 5 pass catches and a bonus
Yes,
running
sir.
back so they understand what to do. Listen, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you coming in. Oh, what they got to do?
They got to like and subscribe, man. Like and subscribe.
We appreciate you guys. We out of here. Peace.
Easy.